I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Dennis Kudla.
I'm Jesper de Jong.
I'm Henry Laaksonen.
I am Francisco Cerundolo,
and you are listening to the Game to Love podcast.
It's time! That's right, it's US Open time, everybody. It's the draw preview. We're going through the men's first. Unfortunately, there's not going to be Novak Djokovic here, so one finalist from last year is out of the picture. But does it pave the way for Rafael Nadal one more time to go on to grab another Grand Slam, or can the reigning defending champion Daniil Medvedev have something to say about it? But there's a lot of other good people in the draw, and there could be some little blips along this way to the title. And I'm not sure if it's just going to be a plain sailing Grand Slam win for one of these big dogs this year, JG.
Yeah, certainly. Here we go. US Open time. We have already done our qualifiers to watch. We've already done our instant draw preview. This is going to be a draw preview where we go into the more details and match by match, deciding who we have winning. And I've not actually done it yet. I know you've had a sneaky look more than me. So I don't know who I have winning the US Open. I know it's hard for you because you've kind of got a bit of an incline. For me, I don't know which way I'm going to go. I'm going to have to see what potential matchups I'm presented with. This one's going to be all about the men. We're doing the women's one straight after this, so hopefully you can join us for both. And of course, make sure to play along at home. It's free to do so. All you have to do is download the tennis app, TNNS, on Apple or Android. The link, Ben, will pop in the live chat for you. It's very easy to do. You need to navigate to fantasy and then find our league, which is the Game to Love League. We've got 1,400 people in, and there will be a prize for the winner. So if you are able to win in the Game to Love League only, so not the overall, you will be getting a prize. We've shipped out some other prizes before. What's that, sorry?
If you do win the overall, that will probably mean you've won our league.
Yeah. Well, if you're not in our league, there is people who win the overall who have forgotten to join our league, and then they don't count. So
join the league. Come on. GTL, the only place to be when it comes to draw previews, draw predictions, and we're going to find out where our qualifiers to watch place themselves in the draw. I know I got a bit lucky on the women's side. One of mine became a lucky loser after losing their last match and ended up going into the draw, but didn't get much luck with their first opponent. But we'll come to that in the next one. But the men's, I'm quite excited to talk about some of our qualifiers to watch. Should we go through the past winners of the event first? I know we normally do that. That is the thing that we always do. And Daniil Medvedev, as we know, reigning defending champion, and his first ever Grand Slam title came in the US Open. It was a year of new Grand Slam champions last year. Emma Raducanu on the women's, Medvedev on the men's. And the year before that, we know Dominic Thiem. He stamped his authority, got his first Grand Slam. Are we going to see a new Grand Slam champion yet again? A third year running, JG. Will we have that? Or will we have one of the old guard coming through? Because the last person before that was Rafael Nadal to win it in 2019.
Seems like it's his time. Look, Rafa 2010, then a little break, then 2013, then 2017, then 2019, 2022. I mean, it has a good ring to it if you're looking from a Rafa fan's perspective. I'd also like to highlight every single player who's won this event since 2010 will be playing this event, barring Novak Djokovic. So we've got Andy Murray in, we've got Dominic Thiem in, of course, Rafa, we've got Wawrinka as well. So they're all there, all these big guys. Unfortunately, no 2009.
I'll have a look.
He's out.
Sorry to see that.
Left him on the clay in Argentina.
That's it. I know. I'm devastated that we can't see Juan Martín del Potro in this draw, but he had his day. He will live on long in the memory of tennis fans around the world. I want to say a quick shout out to people who have joined us in the live chat as well. We got MJ joining us. Want to say a big thanks for the donation to the channel,
Yeah, cheers,
along with
MJ.
Kathy as well. Sent us some a lovely donation just pre-US Open. Send in their love, and we send it right back at you. It does mean a lot to us, and we're gonna provide to you guys, well, the best US Open coverage we've ever brought you. Every year it gets better. We will constantly keep improving this channel and improving the coverage, and hopefully improving our predictions on our US Open. So I think last year, I can't remember who we had to win. I don't know if either of us got it right.
Perfect. I got it spot on, mate. I had Medvedev Djokovic final and Medvedev winning.
Who did I have to win? Did I have Zverev? Someone like that? I can't even think.
You had Zverev, yeah.
No, I think
after the Olympics.
No, I think I was gonna go for that, wasn't I?
No,
but then I went Djokovic, I think, because I was going for the.
Oh yeah, maybe you did have
calendar
Djokovic.
slam.
He was going head to head in the final.
I was going for the calendar slam, wasn't I? But didn't happen. Medvedev denied. All the boos, all of the craziness from the final last year. I'm excited to talk about our qualifiers to watch next. Are we going through all of those listings now of who they're going to be playing?
So let's look at the qualifiers where they're placed. We've spoke about who they could be in the previous episode. Go check that out if you haven't seen it already. So my number one was the same as Ben. So we both went with Wu, who's drawn Bassasvili. Really good draw for him. Borges did very well to qualify in the end. He's got Ben Shelton. Let's go to, so another one, Mahak. He's one of my qualifiers. Really tough draw. He didn't get a good one. Van der Zandslup. Next page. Oh, you've got Jarry there. It's one of yours, I believe. Your number two. Not a good draw as well.
Terrible.
So far, Wu will be quite happy with. And then the other one is Gombos. I think I'll be quite happy with that as well. Gombos has the ability to beat Ramos. I think it's going to be tough. And your Kotov Nakashima, I'm going to put it out there. I don't think it's that bad. Kotov could do him.
It's a real tough one. It's in America. Nakashima, someone who's taken the set off Zverev there. He went to 5 sets with Kirios at Wimbledon. I think Nakashima, I've bigged him up so much on the channel. I feel like he is the real deal. Kotov, maybe still some way to go. I don't know yet, but it's going to be a tough one to pick, that one.
Oh, you know, I'm looking at that list. Gombos couldn't have got anyone better, probably.
Yeah,
Ramos is probably the best on that list. So
it's not a bad draw, I have to say. Yeah, it's really not a bad. Maybe Martinez would have been slightly better than Ramos, I'd have said, potentially.
Yeah.
Not sure. Or Van Rijthoven, because he's a bit of an unknown.
Yeah, I guess so. Difficult.
Yeah, I mean, it is very difficult to call. But yeah, some of these ones up here, they're
lucky for Tsitsipas as well. He got Galan, because he could have been a lot worse if he had, say, a Mahak or a Wu. Certainly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely a Wu. Yeah, I mean, even a Jarry, I think, with big serving, you never know with Tsitsipas how he's going to cope with it. Mutetkov, good one there for being a lucky loser. Wawrinka, little do you know, he has a 2-0 record against Wawrinka, so he's probably thinking happy with that. Anyway, let's move on to the draw proper. Come on.
Make sure everyone to get on the app, download it, and enter your brackets. You've got 19 hours until the US Open starts. So not that long. And the number 1 seed is going to be Daniil Medvedev with the number 2 seed, Rafael Nadal. So no longer Djokovic in the top 2 seeds. He's not even in this event altogether. No Roger Federer. We've got Rafa, number 2, Medvedev, number 1. Let's get into it. First matchup, Daniil Medvedev, Stefan Kozlov.
And it's obvious, because he's in America, I always go for the Americans. So I'm going to send Kozlov out. Sorry for that, Kozlov, but it's just not happening.
I fancy Rinderknecht to beat Hales.
Same.
I'm going to go Ben Shelton to beat Borges here.
Same here.
Of course, this one picks itself. We've done so much talking about Yibing Wu. We saw him live in Zagreb.
Yes.
I believe it was 35 wins, 4 losses on the year, 3 of which were through retirement. Yep. He's hardly lost. Very good player. Won this in the juniors. He's beaten Bassasvili. That's a big call. and we were singing his praises on the Qualifiers to Watch video. So go check that if you want more extensive analysis.
And it should be noted as well, coming into this one, or even if you just look at their last 5 matches, Basaksehvili's lost his last 5 matches.
Oh, really?
And Wu has won, obviously, multiple matches. Like, it's probably about 10 in a row. I don't know how many, but he's playing so well. I think this is one of the best possible people he could have got in the first round.
Okay, so next up, Kirios Coconacus.
I'm going Kirios.
Gotta go Kirios, but I don't know. Part of me thinks them being friends doesn't help Kirios.
I don't think it helps him, but I think he's just got the serve's just too good. I don't know if Coconacus can handle it.
Yeah. Bonzi Umber.
Going Bonzi.
I'm going to go Umber.
Sorry, Umber. Used to be my favourite. I threw you in the top 10 at one point. Now you're out. You're going outside the top 50.
Sophia Kennan, isn't it? For you?
For sure. Tabio Madlazak. I'm going Madlazak here.
I'm going for Tabio. Bit of a fan.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to have my first upset. Well, I'm going to have my first upset of the tournament here. I'm going to have a Goot going out. I'm going to have JJ Wolf knocking him out.
Kind of knew you would do that. I'm not doing it. I'm going to Goot. Didn't JJ Wolf get demolished recently by Ben Shelton?
I'm not sure who it was he got demolished by. I think it was Wu.
Wu. There was someone who we've been digging up who he got demolished by.
Yeah,
and,
I mean,
he also lost to Dominic Thiem at Winston-Salem. Lost to Rusevori at
He's
Cincinnati.
not in good form. Let's put it that way. But he did beat Holger Rune. He beat Chapo, Taro Daniel. He's
a good player, but I don't know. I think
in the US, he that mullet, mate, it draws power when you get onto those courts in America. And I've seen him play in America. I think he really brings the fire. He brings
a Goot's good in America as well.
I just don't know if the crowd against him is going to help a Goot.
I don't think he's bothered. He's such a calm character.
MJ saying Ben doesn't like RBA. It's not that I don't like him. I just feel
RBA.
like
He smashed up Giron and Cerundolo in America in Cincinnati.
Well, it's impressive, but it's no JJ. Do either of them have a mullet? No.
Cerundolo is better than JJ Wolf. Anyway, let's move on to the next one because this is a fascinating one. Buster Dominic Thiem getting a wild card entry, won the event previously. Buster got semi-final that year. And I think it's a horror draw for Dominic Thiem. I'm going to be going Carreño Buster.
Yeah, for me, it's too much too soon for Dominic Thiem. He tumbles out early on. Worst possible scenario. Could have had such a better draw than that. In fact, it's done behind closed doors. I don't know if they're trying to do him any favors being a...
Well, let's quickly talk about that because there is a lot of statistical analysis going around.
Yes.
That if you worked out all of the averages of them doing the draw... It just basically suggests that it's been fixed. If you look at the results of however many years, I don't know if it's 20 years they've did on the data.
Yeah.
Everything suggests that it doesn't, I forget all the terminology because I've not looked at it. I don't know if you can help me out, but it just doesn't align with what the norm
probability.
Should be.
It's like the actual probability of the top seeds getting the draws they get. It says the probability of them getting that is just so unlikely, like of them getting the easy first round matches all the time. It just doesn't make sense. So there seems that there's something going on in the US. It's behind closed doors. They want the biggest matches in the latter part of the tournament.
It's just horrible. I hate to think it, but the more I look into it, it probably is happening. But
someone sent us a good graphic.
It was interesting. I've been reading about it.
Yeah. Doesn't rub me the right way. I'm telling you right now. I don't even like the fact Wimbledon do it on audio only. Come on, if you can do audio, you can do video. Yeah. Get with the times. Useless.
Yeah, Vance saying the draw behind closed doors is really suspicious. It just has that feel. And
if they did the Champions
I'm a data
League
man,
draw,
and the data suggests that something's not right as well.
If they did the Champions League draw behind closed doors, what would they say? That no one would allow it. That's the thing. Like in any other sport, they wouldn't allow that. Everyone would want to see it. So it just doesn't make sense that one tournament out of all the others doesn't get a live draw.
Yeah. So moving on, we've got back to the actual draw. Yeah. Bublik Gaston.
I'm going Bublik. This guy never gets it wrong.
I might go Gaston as an upset.
Go on. I'm going
Garin here.
I have Garin to knock out Lehechka.
I'll go Dimonor.
I'm going Dimonor as well.
Hatchinov. You've probably got Kudla.
No, I haven't. I do have Hatchinov
That's
here.
weird. Molcham to beat
Molcham?
Montero.
Same here. I'm going Jack Draper to beat Emil Rusevori.
Go
tough,
on
though.
then. Yeah, go on, Jack Draper. That would be awesome, by the way. Hopefully we can cover that.
Yeah.
That will
That's a real
really
good
be
one.
cool if Draper can beat him.
That's a tough match. There's no easy match. Rusevori, one of the people Wu has beaten. Just to throw that one out there.
Okay.
Yeah. We've got Richard. Remember Richard, how well he played against Tsitsipas? I can't remember which slam it was at. He got obviously picked against him. He had a really good one. Didn't he grab a set off Tsitsipas at one of the other slams? I don't think he's going to in this one. I think they're two big servers and Felix just has more tools.
Yeah, I'm going Felix. I'll have Tsitsipas to beat Gallen. That's quite a nice draw. Sanego to beat Thompson.
Same here. I'm going. This one's tough.
I'm going to go Fokina to beat Nishioka.
This is where we differ. I'm going to have Nishioka to knock out Fokina here.
Doesn't matter. I think this is Krez's section.
I'm going to have Krezi to beat Fucovic as well. It's a shame because Martin was so good 2 or 3 years ago, and now he's just fallen off massively.
He wasn't that good. I think I bigged him up too much.
He took a set off Federer. People like
he was all right, Ben. He was never that good. I bigged him up far too much. I was even looking back when I was bigging him up, and he was a bit like hit and miss. He was scraping through Bashashvili all the time.
Yeah, but
and that was in his peak. We just bigged up Martin far too much. You just
liked him for the abs, I feel. Mainly.
Fancied him.
Right, okay. I'm going to go Andy Murray to knock out Cerundolo here. You're going to probably not like that.
I'm going for my brother, Francisco Cerundolo, to knock out Andy Murray. Not a good draw for Murray. Not a good draw at all. I think Cerundolo has him. Also, how's Murray in the draw for a start?
Wild, isn't he?
Oh, another wild card, is it?
That's all he has, isn't it? No, I don't know. Central. I don't know if it is a wild card. It doesn't say next to his name, so I'm not going to assume. Anyway, Nava versus Millman. I'm going to go Millman. You going to go?
Yep.
Yeah. Andahar Echeverry. This is one of the weirdest matches in the first round. I'm
easy for me. Echeverry every day of the week.
I'm going.
And I can bet some money on this one. This is another one I'm going big on. Echeverry demolishes Andahar. Remember that. Just clip it. Do whatever you want with it. Thomas Martin Echeverry is one of my favourite players. Really top talent. I know he's better on the clay courts.
Yeah.
He's beating Pablo Andahar here.
Nah, not for me.
I'm going to stick a bet on it as well.
Experience over youth here. I feel that he's just got that level in Grand Slams.
Here we go. You're qualified to watch. You've got to put in for a few, surely.
Just terrible draw for Jarry. This is a guy.
Berrettini's a bit shaky.
He's been to the last hardcourt slam. He was in the semi-final. I don't think it's a terrible draw for Jarry. I'm sorry, Jarry. You may run him close in a set, but I don't even see him getting a set.
You're giving up on your qualifiers. That's really poor. I've not given up on any of mine yet.
Who have we had so far?
Woo.
Yeah, just that one. Right.
Fritz Holt. I'm going Fritz. Bedeni Kakin. I'm going to Pedro Kakin.
I'm going Bedeni.
I'm going to have Wawrinka beating Mutet.
Sorry, I threw the stat out there to try and help you along. I'm going Mutet to beat Wawrinka.
Mahak Botic.
Well, this one, if it was anybody, Mahak I actually love, and I feel it's a terrible draw for Mahak because we remember the only player to take a set off of Medvedev last year was Botic van der Zandschulp, and I can't go against him based upon that. Last year was great.
He is good, but I'm going to go an upset. I'm going to have Mahak. I'm going for my qualifier to watch. I pick him for a reason, and I'm backing him now in the draw. So I'm going to have Thomas Mahak knocking out Botic van der Zandschulp.
He has just come off a tournament win on hard court coming into the US Open.
Who, van der Zandschulp?
No, Thomas Mahak.
Oh, did he? What did he win?
It wasn't any of it. It's like Challenger. So
okay.
But it's still like he still won an event. He's on a run of victory.
Here we go. Look, Gene, Mahak has a 2-1 head-to-head versus Butik.
Ooh. But when was the last time they played? That would be the biggest question.
Doesn't matter, mate. Mahak's got his number. He's doing it again.
I think it does matter because in the last few years, Butik has really stepped it up. Right,
Go. You got
Tommy.
to battle one of your other favourite players. You going to abandon him as
Yeah,
well?
of course. I'm going to go Tommy Paul in America. He's been playing well recently. Tommy Paul's the man.
Yep, I'll have Tommy Paul. I'll have Korda here.
Same.
I'll go Zing Zing Zhang or Van Rijthoven. I'm going to go Van Rijthoven.
May shock you
not?
here. I'm going Zhang to knock out Van Rijthoven here. This is the number one Chinese player in the world who Wu is looking to overtake, but I think he's going to have something to say about it. He doesn't want to get overtaken. He's going to try and hold him off, I feel.
Yeah, Gene there clarifying. Mahat beat him in a hard court final. So,
ooh,
on the challenge.
When was it? Stop just giving us when he how he beat him. Tell us the year. What was it? 3 years ago?
No, don't tell him, Gene. We've got. I'm gonna have Rude beating Edmund. I'll go Hurkacz to beat Otte.
Yeah, I've got the same.
Vashka to beat Query.
Same.
Manarino to beat Brower.
Same.
Massetti or Goffin? I'm gonna go Massetti.
Yeah, I'm going to go the same.
I'm going to have Steve Johnson knocking out Dimitrov.
I don't have the same. Sorry, Big Steve.
I'm also going to go Kotov to knock out Nakashima.
I haven't gone the same. I've gone Nakashima to knock out my qualifier.
Why are you not backing any of them? That's poor.
What do you mean any of them? I back Wu.
So did everyone.
Yeah, but this is before I know the draw.
I'm backing yours.
It's before I know the draw. I feel that this is like it could go to maybe like 5 sets or maybe even 4 sets. Nakashima. I feel Nakashima is slightly a level above. He's younger and he's done more.
He definitely is. It makes sense. I'm just going on a bit of a whim. I'm gonna have Pedro Martinez beating Eubanks.
Oh, I've got Eubanks. Okay.
I'll have Sinner beating Altmaier, Cilic beating Martira, Gombos beating Ramos.
I'm going to go Ramos here.
Of course you are. You want him to go out. You're pathetic. That pick is the most vindictive pick you've ever done.
How
on any
dare
bracket.
you say that? That was a vindictive. Do you think that I wouldn't have done my research on Ramos? He beat Millman recently, he beat Goffin recently, and he beat Schwartzman all on hardcourt.
You also said he's the best player to get.
He took Hurkacz to 3. Hurkacz could only beat him in a tiebreak in a third set. Can you believe that? Hurkacz is good in this American swing. That's how good Ramos is. So Ramos for me.
I'll be cheering on the Gom. Duckworth O'Connell. I'm going to have O'Connell.
Go on, OC.
Evans beating Vesely. Chorich beating Cookard. Brooksby beating Lajovic.
Same.
Griekspo beating Correa.
Same.
And Alcaraz beating Baez in that section.
It was a tough one for Alcaraz, that one. No?
It is tough. Baez is a tough match for anyone. I don't care who you are. Don't care what surface either. Baez has a lot of fight and hunger.
Last time they played, he beat him 3-love, I believe. I think it was in a slam as well. But anyway.
What, Roland Garros, was it?
I can't remember the slam. I just remember
just seeing Roland Garros.
Maybe. I saw a 3-0 victory against him. I can't remember where it was. Right, Per Norrie. Is this where Norrie goes tumbling out? JJ?
No chance. Easy first round. Yes. Benoit's not going to be at the races. Per won't get more than 6 games.
Oh, God, brutal.
I think he'll pull out. He'll go down 2 sets and then just default, just get out.
Throws a racket at someone.
Listen, that's my prediction. Benoit Per does not finish this match against Cam Norrie. He's not the type to like to get humiliated. I think he's just going to walk off.
Cam Norrie, the 7th seed at the US Open. That should be noted as well. Come on, Cam Norrie. You're flying the flag for GB right now. And rightly so. He's so good. He beat Alcaraz recently. That should be noted.
Exactly. I'll have Mackenzie McDonald beating Salsa.
Yep.
I'm going to have Isner to beat. Yeah, you got to have Big John in the US Open a few rounds.
Come on, Big John.
I've got Holgeroon here.
Yeah, I remember Giofchek last year. Really good last year, wasn't he? Yeah. Had that big match with Alcaraz and just lost in 5, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. He's just nowhere near that level now. Chapo Huesler, fascinating.
Yeah, amazing matchup. Huesler been playing really well over in Winston-Salem.
Who's he been beaten?
Lost to Gere, didn't he? It was semi-finals, sorry. He lost to Gere, and Gere playing in the final against, is it Manarino, I believe?
Manarino smashing it, by the way.
Beat Ivashka, beat Ema, beat Draper.
Wow.
Pretty
But
good.
does he beat Chapo? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either, sadly. We've had him on the pod, so best of luck, Mark Andrea. But unfortunately, I'm picking against you on this one.
Muna Buena. I'll go Muna.
I'm going the same. Workhorse.
I'll have Suwoo Kwon to beat Verdasco.
Same.
Rublev to beat Zhe.
Same.
This is where we're going to differ. I'm going to go Schwartzman. You put your sock. Go on.
Yep, there we go. I'm going Jack Sock to knock out Schwartzman.
It's crazy how I know your picks. I just know what you're going to go for. You don't deviate from your normal selections, I feel.
Well,
especially at a Grand Slam.
Why should I deviate from
because
Jack Sock in America?
Because your predictions don't do very well. So maybe you should deviate from time to time. Mix it up.
Oh,
Throw a spanner in the works.
So you think Schwartzman's just going to go on a storming run?
Maybe. Schwartzman can beat Sock.
Yeah, you can beat him, but there's just part of me just thinks Sock.
Do you reckon the bookies will have Schwartzman favourite?
Definitely.
There we go.
About 1.53, I reckon.
Really? I think it'll be very close, like
1.91
each.
He just got to beat Molcham, beat Karatsev, went out to sit pass last one.
Fair enough. Poprin Zheng, I'm gonna have.
I have Poprin here.
I'm gonna go Zheng.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go Kubler to beat Ema, TFO to beat Jaron, Kuzmanovic to beat TN. I don't know who that is.
Lerner TN. Well, you should be interested to know. 16 years old, Lerner TN. It's quite interesting. Just been thrown a wild card into this event. I thought that was quite. I had to do a little bit of research earlier. Not really done that much. Just been playing on sort of ITF level. Played boys Wimbledon. That's the only Grand Slam that he's played so far and got to the quarterfinals. And other than that, he's just been. I think he won some like junior boys like ITF style thing. That's the only thing he's won really.
He beat Sakura Bangura recently.
Yeah, I don't look too much into that. Bangora's like so up and down.
He's not going to beat Kuzmanovic, so it's irrelevant.
I mean, come on, this is like a massive step up. Like Kuzmanovic is incredible, like in comparison. Right, Gasquet Daniel. I'm going Gasquet.
Go on, clean this section up then, and then I'll do it.
Karatsev to beat Fanini, Nadal to beat Hijikata.
Yeah, agreed completely. The difference is I'm going to go
Taro Daniel.
I'm going to go Taro Daniel.
Yeah, I know it. See, I know all your picks. See, we just do it so often.
Yeah, but that one I was close. I wasn't sure which one.
I don't know. I feel like if there's Taro Daniel against someone maybe beatable, you always go Taro Daniel. Just because you spoke to him, just you've got that little thing in your mind.
Gene heard me saying I'm still learning.
But
yeah, next round. Let's fire through this round as well because it's not getting interesting yet. Medvedev, Randanek, Medvedev, Shelton, Wu. You got to be going big. But listen, Wu's going to get. Could Wu knock out Medvedev? That's another question.
We're going to find out very, very soon.
I'll have Kyrgios beating Umber, Agut beating Tabio, Buster beating Gaston.
Yep.
Gary Dimador, it's a repeat of Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
I'm not Dimador.
Garen's going to do him again.
Nah, not for me.
Garen's doing him again. I'm going to have Khachanov.
I've got Molcham to knock out Khachanov here.
I might just go Khachanov. I'm going to go Felix to beat Draper.
Yeah, I've got the same, sadly, for Jack Draper.
I'll have Tsitsipas to beat Sonego.
Yep.
Krezi to beat Fakina.
I've got Krezi to beat Nishioka here.
$7 Millman. I'm going to go $7.
I've got Andy Murray Millman. I think I'm going Andy Murray here.
Andy's on a charge.
Always, every bracket.
I'll have Berrettini beating Echeverri.
Yeah,
Fritz beating Kachin.
Yep.
Mahak beating Wawrinka. He's still going, Mahak.
We're completely different on this section. I've got Botic van der Zandschulp on my one to go through against Mutet.
Korda to beat Paul.
Yes, he's beaten him. They played twice. He's beaten him twice. So I'm going with that.
I'll have Casper Ruud to beat Van der Rijthoven. Hurkacz to beat Ivashka. Mallarino to beat Massetti. He's a dangerous floater, Mallarino. Unseeded. Looking really good right now in a final currently.
Yep.
He bageled someone the other day who was quite good, I saw.
Yes, I believe you're right.
Who was that?
I can tell you in just like 2 seconds. He bageled Van der Zandschulp.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, and he breadsticks Rusevori as well. He's been having one of those weeks, man.
He's having a week where he's just blowing people aside. So I think he'll do the same to Musetti. I'll have Steve Johnson here beating Kotov.
I've got Nakashima to knock out Grigor Dimitrov here.
I'll go Sinner to beat Martinez.
Sinner to beat
Cilic to beat Gombos.
Cilic to beat Ramos.
Connor
Knocking
Evans.
Gombos out quite early there. Like, what's going on?
Oh, Ben, shut up, mate. I've got qualifiers coming. I've got my hack still going through. Do you have any qualifiers left on yours apart from Wu?
Well,
They all went out in the first round. Your one.
Who's the only one to really focus on, I feel. Not going to dress it up.
Yeah, just keep wooing him up.
Yeah.
Chris O'Connell Evans, I'm going to have Evans.
Evans for me too.
Chorich Brooksby. This is a real tough one. I have to pause on it.
I'm not pausing. I'm going Chorich.
Oh, no. I just don't want him to play Alcaraz. Go on, then. I'll go Chorich as well and Alcaraz.
You're going Chorich and Alcaraz, right?
Yeah, they're going to meet, and I just don't like it. I think it's going to be tough. It's going to be 5 sets or something. Good match for us to cover.
I love that, though. If that is a match that I want to
It is a 5-setter.
Could well be a 5-setter. Who knows how tired he could be, though.
I'll go Norrie to beat McDonald. Isner to beat Rune.
I've got Norrie as well. Unfortunately,
I'm going to be pushing through Shapo a few here because he's got
a
nice draw.
He's got a good draw.
And I don't like that. You got Rublev there as well. It's a horrible section of sort of fouled players who I'm going to have some go through.
Failed players.
Not fouled players. That's very harsh, but just players in poor form. I don't mean that.
Sock Poprin. Oh, God, how can I be putting Sock through? You've got.
Oh, sorry. I'm on the Rublev one. Yeah, I went Rublev. I've got Schwartzman saying I'm going to go Schwartzman.
Kubler TFO. I'm going TFO here. Sorry, Jason.
I'm going Kubler.
It's a tough one to pick, but just because it's in America, I like his chances.
The same lines, same reason.
You've got to have that. What
that's
TFO?
That's not always that much of a differential.
Do you not think?
I'm not
TFO,
sure.
Someone like TFO is like a polarizing.
Yeah, maybe with
player.
him, I guess, because he does really get off on the crowd.
I don't think the other ones so much. Like I don't know if Big John's really feeding off the crowd.
If he serves well, he wins. If he don't, he doesn't.
Exactly
what the opponent does as well.
Opelka. There's Opelka injured.
Not sure where he is. Opelka must be an injury of some kind.
Yeah.
I'll have Kuzmanovic beating Tara Daniel and Rafa beating Fanini.
Well, I've got. Oh, you have Fanini. I think you had Karatsev.
Oh, sorry, no, Fanini.
Oh, wow. You had Fanini beating Karatsev. I had Karatsev Nadal. Finally, we get to see it.
No,
sorry.
Yeah.
Karatsev out. Nadal through to face Miamir in the 3rd round. Moving to the top again. 3rd round action. And we've got the big one. It's Medvedev. It's Wu. The qualifier to watch for both of us against the reigning, defending, undisputed US Open champion in Daniel Medvedev. Can Wu beat Medvedev? That is the question. He's only ever lost by injury this year. Is he that
lost
good?
One. He did lose one.
Oh, no, he did lose one. Yeah, is he... I'm trying to build this up, JG. What are you doing? You destroyed it. Yeah. Can he do the unthinkable and defeat the reigning, defending US Open champion? The guy who has earned probably the most prize money this year, based upon your news video earlier on. Which was, all the richest tennis players. He's earned a lot of prize money, Daniel Medvedev. Can Wu overpower him with all of his challenger money?
No, Daniel Medvedev beats him.
Yeah, I think in 4 though. I'm just going to throw that out. It's going to be
straight. I want a big Wu up, but he's not beating Medvedev.
He's not at that level. He's not played an ATP event yet.
He's not played big players yet.
Played challengers.
This is where it gets interesting though. Kirios, I'm going to have Kirios. So I want to see Kirios Medvedev again.
Kirios Wolf.
It's not good for Medvedev. I'm telling you that.
No, and he'll be hating the fact that Kyrgios is in his section.
Oh, it's so unlucky. Really bad luck for Medvedev. But let's keep going because we'll be talking about that very soon.
Yeah.
Buster Garin. It's got to be Buster. He loves it. Could win the US Open. Watch out for him.
Buster de Menor for me. Buster going through. We got Molcham versus Felix here.
I've got Hatch and Felix. I'm going Felix.
I think I had Molcham to knock out Felix here for like a bit of an upset. I did, yeah.
What the hell?
I know. I'm going for
Was on the
something.
beers earlier.
No, not yet. But I was just thinking, just like there's going to be some weird results just floating around in this draw, and I feel like that could be one of them.
Tsitsipas Krezi.
Come on, now we're waiting for JG's big call of his tournament. Come on.
He's going home. I don't know why. I'm seeing everyone's brackets. I've seen other people doing these and everyone's saying, oh, Tsitsipas is going to win. Tsitsipas is going far. I don't know what they've been watching. I know he's done all right. He beat Medvedev recently. But listen, if Krezi serves well and volleys well, Tsitsipas is in a lot of trouble. I'm having Maxime Krezi to knock him out.
That's a big if. For me, Tsitsipas is just going to be on the same form that got him to the final. He may not have beaten Coric, but he showed so much skill. And plus, we're talking Grand Slam level now. We're not just talking like 3 sets. He has time to adjust. He has time to adjust to the serve volley, maybe. He might lose a set. He might lose 2 sets. I think he could still win it in 5, though.
I'm going to have Berrettini to beat Sedendolo, Fritz to beat Mahak. Mahak had a great tournament at this rate.
Murray's gone.
Murray's had a good tournament as well.
I've got Fritz, Botic, Van der Zandschulp. And Botic goes through for me. And Fritz takes a tumble.
Man, I've got Botic out first round. So that's very brave of you. I'm going to go Ruud to beat Korda.
I've got Korda to beat Ruud here. Casper Ruud never been past the 3rd round in the US Open. I don't think it changes. I feel that
this is a new version of him. He's getting better and better every year.
Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. Let's find out. And Roland in the live chat saying, yes, Ben, that's what we like to see. Throwing the Dutchman through the draw. I'm glad that you're on board with that selection, Roland.
Yeah, we've got David in as well saying Butic pathetic versus Manarino. Yeah, he got bageled. He's not going to have a good event this year. I've got a feeling.
He likes it on that court. It's just the courts. It's just different change. It's like a horse at a different track. They just like it sometimes.
This gets interesting. Manarino Hurkacz.
Ooh, I'm
going Manarino. I'm knocking out Hubie Hurkacz.
I think he might be tired, Manarino. He's played a lot of tennis.
That bald head's going to be shining in the New York heat.
Burned. It's going to be burned. He's had too much. He's going to have heat stroke.
It's going to be reflecting in Hurkacz's eyes, and he's not going to be able to serve. And if Hurkacz can't serve, you know what happens? He loses.
Right. Well, we got some harsh comments coming in. I mean, MJ saying, seriously, a kindergartner can pick better.
Oh, well. Hopefully everyone who's slagging us off is entering these brackets, because I'll be looking out to see where you come in the draw or in the leaderboard.
Apparently, must have been taking mushrooms if I'm picking these. I've been told. So, anyway, moving down, Nakashima Sinner. God, I can't say those two after each other after a beer. Nakashima Sinner. There we go.
Sinner, easy. Shouldn't have wasted your breath. I can't speak.
I'm messing you up now. What's going on?
That's what I'm saying. Just say the name, Ben.
It's infectious. It's infectious.
I'm going Cilic to beat Evans. Easy. Like Alcaraz to beat Coric, but I'm going to skip past it because I'm scared by this matchup. It's 5 sets.
I'm going Coric to knock out Alcaraz. Call me recency bias.
Does everyone think this is going to happen? Does anyone else think Coric is going to beat Alcaraz?
Call me recency bias.
Because part of me thinks it could happen. I don't want it to happen because then Ben's right and Alcaraz is out and I'm going to be upset. But he could do. I mean, if he played like he did last week, he's got a real chance. He
played
to do it
incredibly last week.
He was seriously good.
He didn't just beat it's Rafa's first match back, but he actually beat Rafa playing. Rafa played well. I don't think Rafa played badly.
It's got to be Carlitos. Please, Carlitos. This is a heart one, not a head.
Well, I think it could be 5 sets, though. I totally agree with you. We saw what he did to Tsitsipas when he played him. He beat him in 5 sets. Who knows? Choric is a big game player.
David's got the same.
Wow.
He's saying Alcaraz is in sussy form.
Ooh.
And a lot of people, Coric can 100%. Yeah, I know
Nori
he can.
beat
I don't
Alcaraz recently, but you got to remember Alcaraz has had his best Grand Slam quarterfinal, his best start to his Grand Slam career at the US Open, quarterfinals at the US Open last year. He's going to be looking to go better this year. The crowd love him there as well after last year. He's going to have a lot of people on his side. I'm going Norrie to knock out Isner.
Yep. Rublev to beat Shapo.
Same.
Schwartzman to beat Kubler.
I've got
And
Tiafoe
Rafa
to
to beat
beat
Kecmanovic.
Yeah, Rafa to knock out Kecmanovic. And it'll probably be an annoying one for Kecmanovic where he probably loses like 7-5, 7-5, 6-4 or something annoying like that. Like where he's just like, oh, it's such a great match. And then he just loses by one break at the end of the set every time. You can see it already. You just know those matches like Kecmanovic. Like, everyone's like, oh, but he gave him a great match. Like when Sinner plays him at the French Open, you're like, yeah, but he took him close. It was just not good
really
enough. Yeah, it wasn't. Right, back to the top. Big money matchup. It is Daniil Medvedev, Nick Kyrgios, Grand Slam finalist at Wimbledon, and a changed man in the eyes of the tennis world in Nick Kyrgios. He's serious now. He wants to play tennis. He's not playing video games anymore. He's thrown the PlayStation away. He's swapped it for a tennis racket, and he's on court without a coach, taking it to the masses. He's asking the crowd, where shall I serve? He's serving aces.
He's not doing that anymore. He's not doing that
anymore. He did
it
recently.
Did he?
Yeah, still doing it.
What tournament was that?
It was one of the ones recently. I can't remember which one, but I saw the highlights. Yeah. Washington, I think. You're right. He went to the crowd again in one of those and then said to the lady. And it was an unreturnable. It wasn't an ace, but it was still the end of the match point. Still got it.
Fair enough. I didn't know he was still doing that trick. I've not seen it.
Yeah.
He's got a favourable head-to-head against Daniil Medvedev, leading 2-1. Vance there clarifying, it was Washington. So good spot there, Ben. How do you see it going? It's really tough, but I think I'm going to cause an upset. I'm going to go Nick Kyrgios to knock out Medvedev.
I've got exactly the same. It's a bit mad to say that I have the same. And I know it's a bit bad. I did pick my ones early and I'm sort of trying to remember, but this was one of the big ones I do remember.
Yep.
I think it can happen. I think Daniil Medvedev may be like a deer in the headlights. And there's just something, I don't know what it is about this year. And I'm not going to try and give too much away about anything, but there just seems to be something weird going on. And I just feel that there's a lot of weird results like flying around at Grand Slams. And I feel that this could be one of them.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I'm feeling Medvedev's not playing as good either recently than what I was expecting him to.
He's not had a good run up, has he?
No.
So he's lost to Tsitsipas, lost to Kyrgios. That was his warm up for the US Open. Normally he's an absolute killer across the US Canadian swing. Barely played.
Yeah, Roland saying I'm going Medvedev here. People forget how good he is.
He's amazing.
Nah, it's going to be tough, but I'm with Ben here in this one. I'm going Kyrgios as well. I'm going to have Buster to knock out Felix.
Buster to knock out Molcham here for me.
I'm going to have Berrettini to knock out Cressy.
Berrettini versus Tsitsipas for me. I mean, it's slightly tougher on my side, I have to say, but I did pick Tsitsipas to beat him in this one. I feel that Berrettini's not really been in great form, so him to get to there would be still an achievement in his current form. I feel Tsitsipas, he's got everything in the locker to be able to cause that upset.
I'll have Fritz beating Rude and Sinner beating Mallarino.
For them, Corda van der Zandschulp.
Quite easily for me.
Corda van der Zandschulp's a nice.
Mate, Van der Zandschulp's got a tough draw.
I've got Corda going through.
I would
what is going on with my? I've had him going deep in so many brackets, and he's never done well.
It's because he can, though. He could do that.
Right. Hurkacz v Sinner. I'm going Yannick Sinner.
Yeah.
Who did you have? Was it Hurkacz?
Mine was Sinner Manarino, so I went Sinner. I'll have Alcaraz beating Cilic.
I've got Cilic for the Croatian matchup. I love that so much.
I love that one.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going Cilic, though.
Really? Wow, you're really going big on him. Norrie Rublev, I'm going to have Norrie. And Rafa Schwartzman, I'm going to go Rafa.
Yeah,
I don't like that matchup for
TFO. I feel like TFO will probably run around so much, just uses all his energy up, celebrating with the crowd. Probably that'll be enough for him.
Right. This is the big moment now. This is the quarterfinal time. First time I've looked at my quarterfinalists, and let's assess the damage. instantly, I'm looking at the top half, and it's going to be crazy. One of them 4 in the final. Oh my word!
I know.
The bottom,
It's a bit
looking
nuts.
interesting as well. If I'm honest,
Yeah.
I'm kind of speechless looking at this.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
It's a
But
bit
let's start
mad.
from the first one by one. Kirios Buster. They don't like each other.
Nope.
In fact, they hate each other.
Yep.
I think Kirios beats him.
This is where we differ. I think Carreño Busta, he's been to the semi-finals before. He's going to do it again.
No, I just don't think Buster beats Kyrgios. He just won't let that happen.
I just feel that match is popcorn all over. That is like fireworks match. I would love to be right there with a rocking Arthur Ashe.
Yeah.
That would be incredible. So you got Kyrgios, I got Buster. Well, next up for me, Tsitsipas Korda as a
I've got
quarterfinal.
Berrettini Fritz. So we've got
Wow.
a very different look. Extremely different. Both got an American. And I'm putting my American into the semis. I'm going to have Fritz defeating Berrettini. I'm going to check my notes because what's Fritz been up to?
I don't know.
From what I've seen of him, he's been okay.
I've got Tsitsipas to knock out Korda here and to make it to the semi-final. We've got Orchid Panda just confirming Tsitsipas beats Korda. Yeah, well, MQR saying Buster can beat Kyrgios. Vance laughing that one off. Buster, bruh. Ha, ha, ha,
You do realise, Vance, Buster's got to the semi-final of some of the last few US Opens, and he's got the ability to beat a lot of these guys. When he's just playing well at the moment, he can do it.
We've got Prelage saying Fritz crumbles under pressure.
I hope not. I've got Fritz in my semi anyway. You've gone for Tsitsipas, Buster, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Strange one. At the bottom, I've got Sinner, Alcaraz, Norrie, Nadal. I'll start with the bottom one because I think Nadal beats Norrie. I just don't see... We've seen the matchup a few times. Norrie doesn't have enough to beat Nadal. The Nottingham Nadal just doesn't have it.
Who's your
He's
one?
Not beating him.
Sinner Norrie?
No, I've just gone the bottom one first.
Oh, you're not doing
Nadal
this
Norrie, I've just done Nadal because it's an easy one to decide. Do you agree?
Yeah. I'm going the same. Yeah.
This one's tougher. Sinner Alcaraz I've got here. And it is the match we want to see. It's the one we watched at Wimbledon. Sinner beat him on that occasion. Can Alcaraz get revenge?
Sinner beat him on clay as well, remember, recently?
Yeah, Sinner seems to have his number. Is Sinner going to beat him?
Well, I've got Coric versus Sinner. And Sinner versus Coric, very, very interesting matchup. But you know that I was saying, and this is where I'm keep on saying, this year, a little bit strange. The draws, people who you don't want to face for Rafael Nadal seem to just drop out of the draw. And I feel that Yannick Sinner's going to beat Coric and not even have to face the guy who just beat him. He'll just face Yannick Sinner instead. The guy has the mental edge over. The guy he's beaten numerous times before. So we're going to see Nadal Sinner. We're not going to see Coric again. He's going to go out before he gets to meet Nadal again.
I don't know between Sinner and Alcaraz. The more I look at it, I've changed my mind so many times. Can someone please help me out? Cross-court tennis. Sinner hasn't convinced me on the big stage of hard courts as of yet.
But
I'm going Alcaraz, Ben. I'm going to go Alcaraz to beat Sinner.
Well, for me, you picking Alcaraz is the worst possible matchup for Nadal. Because if he's got all that way, I feel that that's a nightmare for Nadal in the semi-final. For me, Sinner, better for Nadal.
Yeah, agreed. Sinner getting that deep, Nadal can clean him up a bit more. But that's just why I might have Alcaraz going to the final now.
Well, we'll wait and see. We're moving to the top. And this is my semi-final at the top. We got Buster versus Tsitsipas. This is the semi-final of the US Open. Imagine that this is the semi. Can't quite fathom. This is it. Buster, I mean, this could be like a 5-setter, potentially. It has the sort of makings. Or Tsitsipas could clean him up. I don't know. Whichever way it goes, I think Tsitsipas beats Buster.
I would agree with you on that. If that was the matchup, Buster gets to another semi-final.
Yeah.
Mine's Kirios Fritz. Do you know which way I'm going to go with this?
I have no idea. That's a complete toss-up. In America...
Well, they played recently. They played at Cincinnati. Fritz beat him easily in straight sets. I'm having Fritz to make his
Oh,
first
my
ever
word.
Grand Slam final.
This is big.
You heard it here first on Game to Love.
Ba-ba-ba-bow.
Taylor Fritz is going to make the US Open final
Wow.
this year.
That's amazing. Well done to Fritz.
Yeah, and we've got Vance also. He's got Fritz in the final. Interesting.
This is big.
The bottom, I
Gary's
don't
in.
really like it. But
I think everyone's so down on Medvedev. It's a big mistake. We'll wait and see. We could be wrong, but maybe recency bias is playing a part. But so let's go to the bottom. And we know who you've got. We know who I've got. I've got Sinner Nadal. And like I was saying to you, when Rafael Nadal's year so far this year, I know he's had some tough draws, but it just seems in a lot of tournaments, players just seem to drop out, or there's just been, I don't know, it's not a nice draw, but there's been a better one than he could have foreseen. Let's put it that way. And he could have a much worse semi-final than Yannick Sinner. And I feel that Yannick Sinner, that might even be enough for him. He may go home thinking, I just made a Grand Slam semi-final. And Nadal might be thinking, there's no Djokovic. I can't let up now. I've got to make it another Grand Slam ahead of Djokovic. Can he make it? Two ahead again. He needs to get that gap. He needs to go past Sinner. I think he's going to get to the final.
Yeah, Rowdy every lap saying Rafa's 19-0 in slam matches in 2022.
Exactly. He dropped out of Wimbledon for a reason. You got to realize that. He didn't drop out of it just because he was just thinking, I'm just going to have a little mess around. No, he wants to win the US Open. He's good at the US Open. He defeated Daniel Medvedev in the final in 5 sets in 2019 at the US Open.
I'm going to go Rafa to beat Alcaraz.
Oh, my word. For me, if that was Rafa Alcaraz, I'd probably go for Alcaraz. That's my honest opinion.
No, I think Rafa will beat him.
This is why. Do you see how I've?
And it's not going to make sense. This is one of them results that aren't going to make sense. Like I think Alcaraz is going to be all over him.
How many sets?
4 sets, and Alcaraz is going to be all over him.
Indian Wells, didn't they play in the wind? Wasn't it?
Yeah, but this is different, mate. This is a different time. I'm not sure what state Nadal's coming into this one. Alcaraz is going to play better than him, but lose. I can't put it into words. He's going to play better than him and lose. And I'm going to move on from this very quickly because I'm not sure. But I'm going to go Rafa in the final. I'm going to go Taylor Fritz in the final.
Oh, my word. That's an ideal final for Rafael Nadal. I have to. Although he lost to him in Indian Wells.
He lost in the Indian Wells final.
It's true, actually.
And he played Alcaraz in the round before.
Well, yeah, exactly.
It's the same.
But
he was deja vu.
Well, he had what was it, like a cracked rib though in the final. He said he couldn't barely move, so he had an excuse for that final. Taylor Fritz had an ankle injury as well going into that final as well, so they had an injured final.
Was it Miami?
Was it Miami? Apologies if it was Miami.
Sure if it was Indian Wells or Miami.
I don't know why I threw out Indian Wells. I'm just throwing out names of tournaments in America. The final is neither of these are favourable for Rafael Nadal. Tsitsipas beat him from 2 sets to love down in a Grand Slam match before in Australia, and Fritz has beaten him in a final before. So if he was to meet Fritz, he'd have that. But it's a big ask for Fritz. I mean, in America, against consensus greatest of all time, most Grand Slams of all time for sure. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough going.
Go on then.
Give me yours. Give me your synopsis of how the final plays out. That's what I want to know. Like, if you got Fritz and Nadal, I want to sit sort of.
But I think it's going to be tense, mate. I think it's going to be like all the ones we've watched, apart from the rude one at Roland Garros. It's going to be a bit like the Medvedev one we saw at the Australian Open. The difference is I think they're going to exchange sets until the 5th.
It could happen.
Fritz, if his serve's going well and he's got all the way to the final, it means he's playing good tennis.
Yeah.
And if Fritz has got to the final playing good tennis, Rafa Nadal's in trouble. I make this a 50-50 matchup. But because it's Rafa, heart alone, in a Grand Slam final, I'm sure he will put all of the injuries, all of the ailments to one side and put every single sinew of his energy and heart into this matchup And that is why I believe Rafael Nadal is going to win the US Open this year and get number 23, defeating Taylor Fritz in dramatic style. And I'm going to end that with a big vamos. I'm wearing the Rafa top. I didn't know I was going to pick him, by the way. I'll be honest. But it's just worked out like that. I did go to the instant draw preview and saw that he had a nice draw. I knew he could go deep. It's a big ask, but I'm going for it. Rafael Nadal is coming for you guys. He's going to be winning this year's US Open.
Well, he's going to be up against, in mine, Stefanos Tsitsipas, a guy without a Grand Slam to his name. We've had 2 new champions in the US Open the last 2 years. We had Thiem, we had Medvedev. What's going to happen in this final? It's Tsitsipas, it's Nadal. The last time they played in a Grand Slam, I believe, well, on hard court for sure, that Tsitsipas was 2 sets to love up and Rafael Nadal came back. No, Rafael Nadal was 2 sets to love up and Rafael Nadal was 2 sets to love up and Tsitsipas came back to win in 3. I think we see the reverse in this one. I feel that it's the same as the Djokovic-Tsitsipas final in Roland Garros and the same as the Medvedev Rafael Nadal in Australia. Tsitsipas leads the final 2 sets
you're going
to love
as well for the US Open.
He leads 2 sets to love, and Rafael Nadal comes back from the depths yet again to grab the win in 5 sets. He takes it all the way to the wire, winning this one 7-5, I believe, in the final set.
You've ruined it. I can't believe you've gone Nadal. It's not going to happen now.
That's what's going to happen.
If we've both picked him, you've just jinxed him. That's horrible. I can't believe you've done. I never thought you'd pick Nadal. Not in a million years.
Have you not seen the way that this year has gone?
It just makes sense. It makes sense for him to win this US Open.
This year has not made sense in any matter of facts. And I feel like I've been blind to it. And I feel like I've been in denial for it. And I feel that even talks about the way that tournaments could go and the injuries and anything. We had the Australia talk and we had everything that was going against him. But he came through after injury there. He played Djokovic in the quarterfinals of Roland Garros. It was the worst draw possible. He came through Djokovic and he absolutely destroyed the tournament and won Roland Garros. He got to steal the semi-finals of his worst Grand Slam of the year, which is Wimbledon. He chose to play it. He didn't have to play Wimbledon. He chose to play it. He got past Fritz in 5 sets when he couldn't even serve. Bear them up. He couldn't even serve. And he still beat Taylor Fritz in 5 sets. Chose to pull out against Kyrgios because he was focused on one thing. He knew he wasn't going to beat Novak Djokovic. Well, he might not have even beaten Kyrgios. He knew he wasn't going to beat Djokovic for sure at Wimbledon. And he just wanted to make sure he was in the top form to come in to the US Open because he was pretty much guaranteed Djokovic was not going to be there. And he knows when Djokovic isn't there, no one can take that title off him. So Rafael Nadal wins the US Open and takes his 23rd Grand Slam title.
I mean, I'm all for it. I've gone with the same. Let's give some dark horse predictions. And they need to be 20 seed or above. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, I think my one's pretty self-picking. I've got to go Korda, haven't I? I mean, I've got him in
I guess I've got to go Kyrgios. He's 23. Kyrgios is a 23rd seed.
Oh, really?
It's crazy.
Oh, I had him going quite deep. But I'm going to go Korda anyway because
Okay.
Korda, he can always do something. He could go out early. Could go out first round. Could go deep.
Kyrgios as a dark horse is just perfect.
Yeah,
you can't ask for much more than that. Coric is another good one for those who want him.
Yeah.
There's a few other good ones. Let me know. Roland going for Boutique. That's quite a nice one as well. But that summarizes our draw preview for the men's. We're going to go and do the women's now. Hopefully you can all join us. We've both gone for Rafael Nadal. I'm worried that we've both done it because I didn't know Ben was going to jinx it like he has. But hopefully it can happen. And maybe we're going to be right for a change.
Well, anything can happen. I feel that this year is one of those years.
Can this happen?
What? Who knows? Wu. Well, you said it the other way. Is Wu going to win the US Open? If Wu wins the US Open, it would probably be the greatest achievement ever in tennis.
It would be mad. It'd be like Raducanu, though, I guess.
Literally, it would be I think it would be greater than Raducanu.
Yeah, it's greater because I think it's more unlikely on the men's that someone unknown wins.
Much more.
But anyway, thank you everyone for watching. If you haven't already, hit the like button on the video, subscribe if you're new, and join us for the women's draw preview. Also, make sure to enter your bracket. We're going to be covering as many matches as possible this US Open. So hopefully we can have you all on board. Thanks for watching and see you very soon.
Yep. See you there.
Vamos!